Often when a smoker quits smoking, there's a fear that follows the decision regarding the idea that any smoker quitting smoking will gain weight. Now, smokers often do gain weight when they quit smoking, but the explanation for this phenomenon is often hidden from the public. To explain this weight-gaining effect after someone quits smoking, we'll take us back in time to the science of self-sabotage and why people start smoking in the first place. Nicotine is a painkiller, and like all self-sabotaging behaviors, the addiction or activities sought are always some form of painkiller. Now, not everyone is in need of painkillers, just people in pain look for those. So what kickstarts all self-abusive behavior is pain, and of course pain is very common in our sadist and often satanic society, for lack of a better term. When a person in pain happens to drive a cigarette into their mouth, often offered for the first time by someone else in pain, it's usually a marriage made in heaven, or so it appears, because the cigarette and the nicotine inside of it is what anyone in pain is going to fall in love with. When a person is in pain and ingests or participates in a pain-killing activity, it provides a temporary vacation from reality, and so the addiction is never to the substance itself, but only to the way the chemical or activity removes the pain of that person's painful experiences that they've lived through while being here on the planet. So back to the person who quit smoking and their fear of gaining weight. With the proper prehistory in place, it should be easier to more fully understand the idea that smokers who quit smoking eventually start placing weight on. When a smoker quits smoking, they lose the ability to sedate from their pain. The more trauma they've experienced in their life, the greater the pain they'll need to sedate from. Today, even the average person is going to be exposed to massive amounts of trauma as they grow up in our society, to the point, of course, where they don't even know they're swimming in pain. It's sort of like asking a fish to assess the water it swims in. If it's all the fish knows and water surrounds the fish every day with no reference point for comparison, how would the fish know it's even swimming in water? If you asked the fish to describe water, the fish might not even understand the question. And this is what most people are like today, with their inability to understand just how much pain they're in, living the standard North American slave-based lifestyle. Now, if we take the smoking away from a person who's in pain, and we automatically know they're in pain because they're already smoking, you get this person walking the earth without their hourly painkiller. That person who just quit smoking unfortunately comes face to face with their pain, the very thing they wanted to forget and the very reason they started smoking in the first place. So now this person is instantly attracted to other painkillers like toxic processed junk foods. Toxic processed foods either contain sugar or dissolve so fast in the intestinal tract as carbohydrates that they mimic sugar in the bloodstream. From rat and mice experiments, we know that sugar has been proven more addictive than cocaine when the animals are stressed, 8 times more powerful. So of course, someone who quits smoking needs a new painkiller. So the addiction never really leaves because the real addiction is to sedation from pain and not really to the cigarettes. Like most addicts, they just switch addictions, and in the case of people who quit smoking, they just start eating more processed junk food or start drinking more or find some other sedation-based habit that drives their weight skyward. The key to overcoming all addiction, of course, is to develop the inner bravery to face our pain without sedation and then process that stress and trauma in a fully adult way, which of course means dealing with our pain minus addiction so we can finally move forward into our best life. There is more to learn about self-sabotage, and I will review additional information in upcoming videos.